For over a year now, yes, it's actually been that long, I've been taking a look at some of the weirdest Disney Cars products that were officially released that I can find online. But today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Anyway, guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Weird Products. Today, we're going to be taking a look at weird Cars products that I own. So I have 5 different things here to go over and review. Let's see here. Let's start out with the most simple one. This is the Cars wallet. Yes, really. You guys might have seen this before. I know I used it for a very quick gag in a Cars randomness episode. I used to have a Cars backpack when I was really little, and it came with a wallet for some reason, so this is it. Just got the Cars logo on the front, and on the inside, it works like a wallet. I don't have anything in it because I don't want to go around carrying a Cars wallet that looks like it's gonna break in 15 seconds. This doesn't even look like a wallet. It's so cheap. But I just think it's so funny that this exists, and it came with a backpack. What little kid is going around carrying a wallet? The next item here is inside this red capsule. It is a smoky Mashems, or mashers. I always call them mashers. I think they are called Mashems. These are just these little, like, squishy things. I don't know, kind of like a stress ball maybe. You could throw them at stuff and squish them or whatever, mash them, hence the name. When I was younger, I used to have a ton of these for Angry Birds, and those were so cool. I really liked those. You could throw them and they'd like splat on the wall and everything, or whatever, and it all made sense because they were round. So obviously you could fill them with a lot of whatever liquid is inside of these. But then they started branching out, or maybe they had branched out before, and they've done so many different Mashems lines. Among the weirdest ones I know of are they were like Batman Mashems, and I think maybe Marvel ones too. But the characters, they look so weird. So when Cars 3 came out, they did a Cars set of Mashems. And I bought one just because, hey, why not? And I got Smokey. This was actually the first Cars 3 product I think I bought. Just try to give Smokey the weirdest face I can. Alright. Anyway, since I got this guy, I've basically always kept him in the capsule because if you take it out, then it no longer is sticky. You can see it's like coated in dust. I know you could wash them though. I should probably do that. I just always found it so weird that they made Cars ones because the cars aren't round. Smokey is a pickup truck, so there really isn't that much you could do with it. You can't really mush it or whatever, just because of the weird shape of Smokey. I'm not sure who else was made in this line. Maybe I'll go over more in a future episode of Weird Products, but for now, that is the one that I own. By the way, he is, as you can see, really lacking in any detail. He has his copyright information on the back. He's basically just like 2 or 3 colors, and he's based off of his Heyday design. It's definitely interesting, but now let's move on to the next ones. 2 Cars products I'm sure you guys are familiar with if you've seen some of my other videos. These are the Vinylmation Cars monorails. You might be familiar with the Vinylmations if you've seen them yourself, or just from my other Weird Products videos. They were these weird vinyl toys or collectibles or whatever, where they like make a Disney character or character Disney owns in the shape of Mickey Mouse. And for the Cars characters, yes, they did this, and they're awful. I've gone over these in past Weird Products episodes, but they also made them in the shape of the Disney monorails. And I found Sheriff and Red actually at a yard sale last year. I reviewed them when I first got them. Yeah, they are definitely really weird and interesting. The sides look fine, but the fronts are just insane because, again, they're in the shape of Disney's monorails, but they have the details you'd expect. They've just been weirdly squashed into the shape of a Disney monorail. I have a full review of these on my channel. I'll put a link to it in the description alongside the link to my blog. But yeah, just the way the faces are put onto the front of the monorail, just they don't look right. Honestly, though, none of the Vinylmations really looked right. And finally, or sorry, not finally, second to last here, we have a weird product that almost looks like it could be a knockoff. This is a Lightning McQueen clock that I had when I was little. By the way, the time displayed is the accurate time. So it is a regular clock. You see on the back it does all the usual things an alarm clock should have, except the time, hour, minute, alarm. I don't know why the alarm is on. When I remember when I was really little, you would push down on McQueen, and this area would light up in blue. And I just found out that it was done with these two little buttons at the bottom, which also act as the snooze mode. Also, there is a little audio thing down there, I guess, for the alarm. What I find really weird now is the McQueen on this. Look at him. He looks kind of like a knockoff. Now, I'm sure this was an official product. I don't see why it wouldn't be. He is very detailed, though. Look at that. He has all your usual McQueen details. He's just at a weird angle. His face is kind of creepy. The proportions are way off. Look at how small that Rusty's logo is. I think that may even be a misprint. Definitely very strange. Look at the gas cap. The gas cap is huge, and it's in the wrong place as well. Definitely an interesting looking early Cars product. I really like some of the early Cars products that I take a look at on this series, because it's cool. It just shows you how much has changed with time. Just like this, the Magnetic Fun, Magnetic Disney Pixar Cars. Play with magnetic characters in colorful scenes. It's magnetic, 30 pieces, collector's edition. It's the collector's edition. I don't even know what to label this. I guess the Magnetic Fun Cars set, Cars kit. Look at this. This is pretty old. I remember, yep, copyright 2006. I've had this for basically as long as I could remember. I remember bringing it to places, using it, and it was definitely pretty cool. Let's take a closer look at it. So as you can see, and I'll open this up in just a minute, you open it up and it's got a Radiator Springs little townscape, and you put all of these magnetic characters on them. I still have all of the magnets, aside from the one for Sheriff. I don't know where it went, and it's really annoying. I can't find Sheriff, but I do have all of the other ones. I'm sure Sheriff is somewhere. It has 30 colorful magnets, colorful Radiator Springs playing surface, 2 extra scenes to use in the tin or any metal surface, and a collectible carry case, which I'd assume is this. Look at this old font. Use the self-contained scenes to play with your magnets or have fun with your magnets on the refrigerator, your locker, etc. Hours of fun, great for home and travel, yes. Every high school locker I've seen has had a set of Cars magnets on it. You can't find any lockers anywhere without a set of Cars magnets on them. So, opening this up, as you can see, immediately we are greeted by the other 2 scenes. We have both the LA Speedway and the just Radiator Springs Desert, as well as some stuff on the back, which I'll get to in just a minute. Move these. And on the inside, right before I filmed this, I set up all the different magnets. Aside from Sheriff, he would have gone here. And as you can see, just got a picture of Radiator Springs in the background, as well as a really weird copyright thing about this being based off of the Cadillac Ranch. Not meaning, this of course, interesting that they had to give like a copyright acknowledgement to that. So as you can see, we have a bunch of different characters. So you know what, let's go over them. We have 3 McQueens. A happy one, determined one, and just like a normal expression. These are just some of the classic Cars stock photos. We got Mater, this picture of Mater, kind of more surprised. Sally, Doc, 2 Luigis, including one looking at Guido, or at least that's how it's supposed to be. 2 Guidos, including that one looking at Luigi. Yeah, that's how they're like supposed to be. Flo, Ramon with the hydraulics up, more just classic pictures. Sorry for the damage on some of these. Again, I've had them for so long. Fillmore, Sarge, Lizzie, and again, Sheriff would have been right there. Red, a very large tractor. DJ, who's very small. Snotrod, Boost, Wingo, Chick Hicks, The King. Aiken, Axler, Claude, Scruggs, Tex, Dynaco, and Mac, who's clearly the most damaged. So, I'm sure I used this when I was little and made different scenes and everything, but what always bothered me, and there is a lot to make scenes, there are lots of characters, I guess, because it's the collector's edition, but what always bothered me was this gray ring around the characters with the copyright information. It just always bothered me. Look at it, it just like hangs down on some of them. It just always bothered me and never made the scenes look good in my opinion, because you always have this weird gray rim around the characters because you need the copyright information there. And I just never liked how that looked. Clearly it was kind of a way to like cheap out, like in the case of Wingo. I feel like. I don't really know if there was any other way around it, but it just takes away from how these could look, I think. Now I'm going to finish off by taking a look at these two papers and what's written on the back. They're not really papers. I mean, they are paper. They're just kind of a thicker paper with a magnetic front. Or not even, actually. The front isn't even magnetic. It's just kind of plasticky. So you need to put this over the paper. And let's take, like, Ramon here. Then you, ooh, part of Ramon's magnet broke off. That's not good. Then you stick him here. The magnet was never that strong through this sheet, which is unfortunate. What else is unfortunate is that Ramon just broke. Anyway, let's read the directions that these have for some reason. Carefully remove the magnets from the sheets. With the tin box open, place the magnetic places on the radiator spring's play surface. For additional scenes, place these cards inside the tin. You can use the cards and magnetic pieces on any metal surface, such as a locker, filing cabinet, refrigerator, etc. Yes, I want Cars magnets on all of my filing cabinets. You could also cut two pieces of paper the size of this card and draw your own scene. Wow. Have fun. Be creative. On the back of this is going to be fun to read through. We have a Who Am I section. I guess because the names weren't listed. As you can see, you just fit a different one of the magnets there. And none of them look like how the characters should look because of this section that I was complaining about earlier. So let's read the descriptions. McQueen. I'm a hotshot rookie race car who learns that fame is not as important as friends. Mater. I am a loyal friend who's always lending a helping hand. And I also like to tractor tip in my spare time. Sorry about that. Sally. I'm Radiator Springs' town attorney, and I show McQueen why the town is so important to me. Doc, I'm both the doctor and judge of Radiator Springs, but secretly, I used to be a race car driver. I speak Italian, and my dream is to perform the only English words I know. Pit stop. Obviously, that's Guido. I catch speeders in Radiator Springs and occasionally take naps behind the town sign. Shh. That's a very weird detail to point out about Sheriff, but okay. The King. I've won more piston cups than any other car in history. The Dynaco 400 will be my last race before retirement. That's weird. Hold on. Lightning and Sally's descriptions are written like the movies already happened. I learn the fame is not as important as friends. I show McQueen, blah, blah, blah. The King's is written like it's before the movie, because the Dynaco 400 is not his last race before retirement. That is the tiebreaker. Luigi, I love racing Ferraris in Italy. My best friend is Guido, even though we bicker a lot in Italian. And finally, Chick Hicks. I always finish second to the King, but I will do whatever it takes to win the race and the Dynaco sponsorship. I don't know why I enjoyed them so much. I just think it's so funny to read old character descriptions. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of reviewing some of my weird products. I saved some of my weird products so that I could do a second episode. So, maybe we will see that at some point. Of course, this will not replace the actual weird product series. Of course, there's always going to be more of that. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Manufactured under one or more of the following U.S. patents and corresponding foreign patterns: 4514177, 4586714, 5160266, 5176460, 5217231, 5234344, 5261703, 6152449, 6604976, D340069, and other patents pending. No, I didn't need to read all those, but I did it anyway.